Welcome to episode 8 of Evermore Digital's Vendor Spotlight, bringing you the very best in insurance technology. Hopefully, if all's gone well with the edit, you will have seen the new Evermore logo as part of that intro. So please do drop in the comments below what you think, and watch out for the new outro that we've created to sign off all Evermore video content. It is very exciting stuff, people, as is our guest today. He needs no introduction, though we will oblige. I recently referred to him as the Elon Musk of InsurTech, creating metaphorical flamethrowers and space programs. He's a conceptualist, an innovator, a founding member of InsurTech UK, and owner of insurance marketplace Worry and Peace. It is, of course, Mr. James York. James, welcome.
Thank you for having me on, Ed. That was a great intro. I love it. Elon, welcome. A compliment.
You're very welcome. So, James, tell us a bit more about yourself and your journey into insurance.
Yeah, so my journey in insurance started straight out of university. I've worked in a few roles in the sector, been a Lloyd's of London broker, junior, underwritten, been out there in business development work as well, working with THB. So a bit of a jack of all trades, and then only became a master of one when I moved into InsurTech, which again has been an evolution, really. I've been hard at it for a few years and just been focused on not failing first and foremost. And tried to do a few things originally and innovate. And that's where we are now with Worry and Peace, which is great.
And you were a bit of a rarity, right? You were one of the people who actually wanted to come into insurance. Everyone else has said they fell in on the show so far.
Yeah, the apple didn't fall far from the tree, Ed, I have to admit. My family are all insurance people, so it always felt relatively normal to me. And, my first day in Lloyd's of London as an assistant, Roman Abramovich's yacht came across the desk and I started getting like a bit, wow, insurance does everything. And then the penny was slowly dropping that this was a sleepwalking giant ready to do some cool stuff. And I just had to find my place in it, basically. It's just taken me 10 years. So.
Brilliant. Well, as always, today we're going to have your 5 killer questions on your InsurTech offering, followed by a randomly generated quickfire round. So without further ado, here comes the boom with question 1. What do you do and how does it help brokers and MGAs?
So Worry and Peace is a platform that's connecting insurance probably for the first time properly. It's quite a low barrier to entry. It's low maintenance, and it helps who we call providers. We basically view the market as buyers and providers, a bit like Airbnb sees guests and hosts. So for us, a broker is a provider. How we can help them depends on what they need, how big a digital leap things are for them. They can sign up for our tools and use them for reviews, which is really simple. That's a way of getting more out of that amazing word of mouth that they all have. But they can also immerse a bit more deeply into our ecosystem and use some of the tools we have to digitize their business. So smart proposal forms, smart checkouts in our ecosystem of technology. But fundamentally, the aim of Worry and Peace is to become a distribution channel. And we're in the journey of building that right now. So a place to get leads ultimately is going to be the end game. I'd say we're sort of 30% through building that strategy out. So right now, think reviews, think digital leveling up, and that's probably the best way to look at Worry and Peace.
Having seen what you've built so far, the fact you think you're only 30% of the way through is exciting in itself. But what's the element of your offering of which you're most proud?
I'm actually most proud of the reviews model that we've built because it's a really simple thing. And obviously there are really dominant players out there at the moment in the form of Trustpilot and FIFO, which are great if you're buying, a pair of shoes or something from Amazon. But when you think about insurance, this isn't a product you can try on or, taste after purchase. So we've divided up the process of experience and it's much easier to digest. And weirdly, there's a few examples where we've translated reviews from star sites where we've read the comment and categorized it for buying, support, or claims. And 2 of the exact same average scores create different tables when you divvy them out. So I'm really proud of the fact that we're really showing price versus value with a different context. And you've got to see it to believe it. It's really, really simple, nothing too crazy. But in itself, that model is massively differentiating for what we do and should really help the market use their required traffic and quotes better.
Great. And what's the biggest success story you've had within that business?
I would say getting to 112 now, started off the week at less than that, 112 managed providers and just continue to tick up the numbers. We started the COVID crisis back in March with near 30. So we're still growing in spite of that. And look, the levels of immersion differ. A bit like having a Facebook page, you can join Worry and Peace for free, right? So it gets called a no-brainer, but to have taken the confidence to trade through this experience and still be moving forward has been really fantastic. And it's a massive achievement to do that, because our whole strategy is underpinned by being a really useful, trusted partner for providers who, in my view, are getting ripped off by how they get to market at the moment. And that's having an effect on their relationship with buyers and how they behave. So, we're really proud of the fact that people are buying into that mission. It's a big success story.
You mentioned the customers. So what does your typical or ideal customer look like in terms of their profile?
From a buying perspective or provider perspective? So the typical provider, actually, there isn't one. Anyone that sells insurance, there's probably a bit of a misunderstanding that we're just trying to do personal lines here. This is everything. In an ideal world, we want Ed the businessman and Ed the family man and his various insurance risks coming through the Worry and Peace platform. So anyone that's got a specialty, anyone that offers any kind of insurance proposition from the provider side is of interest. But equally, we're also working with MGAs right now, because a broker getting a quote from an MGA trading system should be really giving feedback in real time, because they have a conversion and activation issue as well. So anyone basically selling insurance to someone downstream is one of our customers, a provider. And on the buyer side, as I've mentioned, you buy insurance, whether you're a business person or an individual, Worry and Peace has got some tools for you, and those tools are going to get better and better the more you engage with them.
And of those tools, what's the biggest weakness in your offering right now?
I would say our search engine. Ultimately, our ambition is to become a place where you can log in and prices will start popping up in front of you without you having to do much lifting. That takes a lot of pre-planning, and people have to want to integrate with you. So you need to scale a new marketplace so that it's an attractive place to spend your own time integrating with. So that's our biggest weakness, is if a buyer came to our site right now, they would maybe hope and expect there to be live prices there for them in some kind of journey, and we're not there yet. But that's absolutely part of the plan. You want to make sure that that queen on the chessboard is moved at the right time. And we're convinced that at the moment we've got a lot of love to give on reviews and our wallet offering, which is known as the policy API, which is coming out shortly. So yes, I would say the front end of the site is the weakest, and that can cause a bit of confusion, because of course, if you're hearing about Worry and Peace, you're going to go to worryandpeace.com and think, okay, what's so hype about this? And obviously you're looking at the weakest point of our armory. So it takes a demo to see the great successes we've had and will offer.
Great. And now we're going to move on to the quick fire round. So 10 questions, instinctive answers. Are you ready?
I am. I'm ready as I'll ever be.
Good. Harry or William?
William.
InsurTech with or without an E?
Don't even ask me that question. No E.
Greatest invention of all time?
Wow. The internet.
Good choice. Favorite other InsurTech?
In the UK or globally?
You can choose.
Bought by many.
Good choice again. Lemonade or Hippo?
Hippo.
Favorite football team?
Wolverhampton Wanderers.
I already know that from following you on Twitter. Good.
Everyone
Deductible.
does.
Yeah, everyone does. Deductible or excess?
I like deductible. I've always thought we should use that in the UK. Go America.
Favorite holiday destination?
Go America. So much variety.
You don't need to tell me, it's the best holiday ever. We try and go every kind of 18 months or so. I love it there. Biggie Smalls or 2-pack?
2-pack.
Another good choice. And finally, that question that we're going to ask everyone now: who would play you in the story of your life?
Look, if it was younger James talking, there'd be a different name here, but it's going to have to be, ego goals. Jason Statham. Let's go with that.
There you go. Excellent choice.
The opposite of me, well. Skin-headed, that's it.
Well, James, thank you so much for coming on the show and telling us about Worry and Peace. Please make sure to visit worryandpeace.com to arrange a demo with the Enigma himself and find out about the technology stack on offer that we've discussed today. If you enjoyed today's Vendor Spotlight, make sure to subscribe to evermoredigital.com as we bring you the latest in insurance technology news, views, and reviews. Please add your comments, likes, subscribe to the channel, share to your boss, share to your Domino's delivery man, share with Margaret, the grumpy checkout lady at Waitrose. But for now, sadly, it's goodbye from James at Worry and Peace.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me.